How's it going, everyone? And welcome to another episode of No Excuses on VGProductions.com and YouTube.com with your favorite show hosts, Aristotle.
Fenarian.
And Wallace Allen, we're here to bring you the latest news and commentary on the video games industry for the week that was, if the industry had done anything, which, as far as I can tell, it really hasn't. But first of all, if you would like to get involved with the show, you can do so by sending us email at noexcusesvtw@gmail.com, or you can follow us on the Twitter at noexcusesvtw, or you can join us in our Discord server, which you can easily get to by clicking the link provided in the description underneath the show archive on YouTube. That'll take you to our Discord server where you can talk to show hosts and other listeners of the show and see all the terrible memes that Ari's been spamming in there.
It's all Hachima. It's Hachima all the way down.
Only in the anime.
And my private messages.
And well, that's your private messages. That's not the server. It's not the server's fault that Hachima's gone insane. That's your fault.
Hachima. Ah!
I guess that I will have to start spamming Paruru memes soon, since it is now that season.
Yes, indeed. Oh, what have you done out here, Ari? So, on the server, on the screen today, we're playing a bit of Minecraft. Apparently, Ari has already brought the 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse down upon us, so...
yeah, I told you, they're all enchanted, and they're riding ponies, and it's daytime, and they're still here, and I don't know what to do, and there's horses or skeletons, and I don't know what to do.
Right. So, this is entirely your fault.
Yes.
Yes. So... yeah, Ari's decided in a fit of madness to fire up a Minecraft server because it was cheap. Because Black Friday happened.
Yeah, I was watching Gura play Minecraft, and you have an arrow in your butt.
I do. Stop it.
And
I got shot in the butt on the way through.
So yeah, I on a whim was like, why am I cutting down a tree with a pickaxe? So on a whim, I decided, I saw Gura playing Minecraft and it was adorable. And Minecraft was where me and Fern met. So I'll tell Fern I'm going to open up another Minecraft server.
Yeah, and so here we are. We've only been on this for about half an hour so far. So we've got a little box and a little farm. So we hopefully won't die immediately.
Although...
I say that as a creeper turns up.
Not that. We have the 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse out there.
Also that. So,
why would you do this?
I didn't know they even existed.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the... No, I'm not sure. Didn't even know that it could actually pop up like that, but never mind. So yeah, this game has changed a lot in the 10 years-ish since Ari played it and I last played vanilla.
Yeah. So we decided to do some exploring and messing around with the game.
So this, I'm just going to go see if I can kill one of these guys. Let's see. Yeah, gotcha.
Kill him?
No, beating on him. I'm only using a wooden sword though, so this is probably not going to end very well. Oh, there's one.
A wooden sword.
It's okay, I've got a stone one. I will come assist.
A wooden sword is probably what you should just generously call a stick.
I bought Minecraft once upon a time, but I have no idea how I would actually, cash in on that.
You'd have to go into the website and dig out your account details, and yeah.
How the heck would I figure that out?
Well, Ari just exploded.
Look for the obelisk.
I also exploded.
Yes. So, you go to Minecraft's website, you re-download the Java version, you recover your password because you definitely don't remember it from what it was 10 years ago, and then you log in. It
can't have been that long ago. I refuse to believe it was that long ago.
It was that long ago.
I'm 90% sure we were already doing the show.
No, I met Fern in Minecraft, and we started playing about 3 or 4 months before we started the show, and we're coming up on our 10th anniversary.
Another year yet.
No, I'm going to go into denial.
All right. It's comfy in there.
I've heard there's alligators in there and crocodiles. You want to be careful.
There's also memes. Lots and lots of memes. So, we'll dive straight into our weeks, and it really occurs to me, now that I sit down and think about it, I did nothing this week. It was too freaking hot. Yeah, it is now typical Australian summer, and as usual, every news article outlet is screaming that it's a record, an unprecedented high. It's not.
But it's an unprecedented high every year, and it's always the
Exactly.
same temperature.
The media, especially the Australian media, or the ABC anyway, doesn't know what the word unprecedented means. Like, at all.
Did you steal my stuff
Yes.
that fell? Oh, okay. I'm looking for it and it's not here.
Hang on, we'll go and hide in the house and sort it out. So yeah, every year it's an unprecedented high because fear sells, I guess.
At least your Prime Minister didn't declare a climate emergency.
No.
Like ours did.
Yeah, yours is just cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, admittedly.
But I heard on the radio, the radio host, normally very sympathetic to the government. No, maybe not. Maybe she's not. But the host had on the I can't remember what particular title it was, but our government's climate czar, and cornered him on asking, okay, so what does this actually mean that you do, though? Yes, we know you declared an emergency. What does it do? And she kept asking him this over and over again, and he just sputtered and didn't have an answer.
Yeah, it sounds about right. So, yeah, it happens every year. It's always declared an unprecedented heat wave and meanwhile, yeah, they're also doing that while crying because it's 30 degrees in Melbourne. Just
Let's see.
stab.
It gets hotter than that here.
Yes, it does. So, yeah. But here it's hitting 45 and it's slated to go up to 50 once summer hits properly. Now, that is hot. You can complain at that heat.
Yeah, and your houses have crummy insulation.
Nah, mine doesn't so much anymore because I spent a good chunk of the last year crawling around in the ceiling installing it. Which is a pain in the butt to do.
Sounds like it.
But yeah, well worth doing. So, as far as what I can actually talk about for my nerdiness this week is not too much. I did sit down and continuing my anime catch-up time and finally caught up on the last season of My Hero Academia.
Mm-hmm.
Which, as a season, is tonally all over the place, but it works. Because at the start of the season, you've got, what was his name? Chisaki, or something like that. The Yakuza guy who breaks things down and rebuilds them.
Yeah, him.
Yeah, that gets dark really quick, and the final conflict is worm-worthy levels of body horror. But immediately after him comes the next villain, who is very, very silly and a bit light. He's kind of got his own heavy on Dark's backstory, but in comparison, he's just very light and silly.
He didn't even feel like a proper quote-unquote villain to me when I watched it. He's a set device. He's a plot device, almost.
Yeah. Mostly he was there just to get Midoriya to reflect on a couple of things.
What does being a hero really mean?
Yeah, that's pretty much the whole running theme.
That's the sort of question that in a shonen will get asked every 5 minutes, though.
Yeah, you have watched Hero Aka, I assume. It's kind of the whole running thing.
Yeah, but I would like for it to progress a bit further than that, perhaps.
But it never really seems to. Because it'll get an answer to that, or some, appropriate shonen level bollocks to that. And then it just goes right back to what is a hero again.
Because ultimately in shonen, the answer to what is a hero is always someone with lots of guts.
A pair of friendship.
Who can make the most constipated noise while managing to beat whoever is the latest villain.
Yeah, you got to make the constipated noises. So after the darkness right at the start, the whole season goes. It becomes the school festival thing. You have this goofy bad guy kind of hanging around for a couple of episodes with his equally goofy little sidekick. And then you have Eri, who is out of, mind-destroying horror territory and turns into pure diabetes.
Ha! I've owned Minecraft since the 22nd of September 2011.
I don't want to know what the answer to that is. Actually, I kind of do. Hang on. Let's see. Minecraft.
That means that it was, for me, at least, it was less than 10 years ago.
It was almost less than 10 years ago. I got Minecraft when it was in the first in-dev version, come to think of it. It was when I first played it. Let me see. Billing info. Was it in there? No. Although that credit card is way out of date. Wow.
That caught me off guard too when I saw that. I'm like,
that one expired in 2013. Yeah, that's going to help anyone who hacks my account. I've got to find it in here now. Yeah, so you've got the two versions of Minecraft now too. You've got the regular Java version and you've got the Bedrock version, which is based on a more robust code base.
Do I need that?
You don't,
No.
honestly. It gives you ray tracing and things like that now, I think, is actually in the game.
who cares about ray tracing in Minecraft?
Though
it also gives you the cash shop.
also,
Why?
that's what the Minecraft coin things are,
Yeah.
because there's always a cash shop.
There's always a cash shop. I'm trying to find, actually.
I find the base visuals of Minecraft completely insufferable. So where can I find a texture pack that will be less abusive on my eyes?
I don't know now. I
yeah,
really don't.
there used to be a couple of really, really good ones around, but
Yeah, I used the photo texture pack forever, but that's way probably buried on some website somewhere and probably doesn't work anymore.
yeah.
Yeah, but the thing is, the weird thing about Minecraft is that it's pretty much as active as it ever was. So there'll be a site somewhere that will have
So-
good textures.
Yeah,
So I wanted to point out too that while that may be true, it obviously has competition in the server farms because Fern paid like $15 a month for a server.
back in
back
the
in the
days
day.
of the VTW server, it was about $15 a month, but there was only maybe 3 service providers who with a reliable service.
Yeah, literally the first one I clicked on was something like $6 a month for their premium service that had all the features available and admin access, or you could just get a basic server hosted for $3 a month.
Yeah. It's actually become a big thing for gaming in general because you had a lot of these startups pop up and they hosted Minecraft servers, but as the interest in Minecraft waned, they started hosting other games.
And you can buy like 80 bajillion other things now.
Yeah, so now you got things like GTX Gaming is one of them. Oh, this is bad. Now they host just about everything. I think Creeper hosts as well as hosting wikis. Oh, you cheated.
Yeah. You said, oh no.
Yeah. Oh no, it was very much happening. Oh, shut up.
Yoko Ono?
No, oh, the screaming. Seriously, have you ever heard Yoko Ono sing? Don't.
I don't want to.
No, you do not.
Ooh, there's iron here.
So yeah, you can tell. Yeah, I admit my building style for Minecraft has changed a lot over the years. Ari built this. Ari hasn't played it in nearly 10 years.
Yeah, I built literally a rudimentary hidey hole.
Yeah. On the other hand, though, if I built it, I'd probably be here all day.
No, it's a proper hut. It's just nothing but a hut.
It's square and it's made entirely of wood.
At least I made a proper roof for it.
Yes, you did. Sort of.
I mean,
I'm not going to criticize too much.
I mean, I'm just saying, there's a spider on our roof.
There is. And now it's down here. Die! Where was I? So really, that's about the only thing I've done this week is just watch a bit of, I'll catch up on Hero Arca. It was nice seeing kind of a bit of the aftermath of All Might's retirement, and then Endeavor finally stepping up and doing something rather than being a miserable old ass.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's still a shonen though, so don't expect great strides in character progression.
Or
Beyond,
any, really.
yeah. I'm just trying to think. I'm really stretching. I actually did buy Greedfall while it was really cheap, but I haven't had a chance to play it.
Remind me what that is.
It's a Western RPG set with kind of the colonial era, except fantasy and all
Right,
that.
right. I
That one.
remember. I remember now.
Apparently Godfall came out too, or is coming out, which... Is it a sequel to
I
it?
heard was a humongous pile of trash.
Eh. It is a very shiny pile of trash, I'll give him that.
I seem to recall hearing very divergent opinions on Greedfall.
Yeah. Like, in terms of just the game quality.
Well, it seemed to be that those people that found things that they liked in it really liked it, but that viewed from like an appraisal distance where you're trying to determine whether or not it's a good quality product or not. Generally speaking, it was the negative.
Yeah. But I'm not going to complain. It was cheap. Yeah. The one that did actually catch my eye is the remastering of Kingdoms of Amalur. Like, I enjoyed Kingdoms of Amalur for all its faults. But
I enjoyed it as well, but
I can't see myself forking over another $70 for it.
no. Well, number one, that's never going to happen, and number two, I don't think I could really play it again because ultimately, at this stage, it would feel like I was just playing an MMO without being connected to a living world, which seems sort of a bit of a waste of time.
Wasn't it was Kingdoms of Amalur that actually was literally that?
I think it was once upon a time.
Yeah, it was
Like,
around that
in
same
early
time
development.
period. There was a game that was originally slated as MMO, but the MMO bit got pulled, so they just made it a single player game. I think it was Kingdoms of Amalur, because it plays very MMO-y. But, yeah. If it was like $20 or $30, I could see myself maybe looking at it next time I felt like playing it. But it's not. It's full price. Maybe they're just trying to still recoup the money to give back to the Canadian government. Was it the Canadian government? Whichever government they... No, it wasn't. It was the... I'm drawing a blank now. I had it a moment ago. Either way, they took big loans and grants from their local government in order to make Kingdoms of Amalur, and it face planted. It's actually a very long story, so yeah, if you feel like learning about it, go and poke around YouTube for a little bit. It won't take you very long to find it.
Yep.
So yeah, I'll play Greedfall during the next week and let you guys know what I think of that. Once I actually get back from my trip, because I got to drive across the Townsville tomorrow.
Why do you have to go to Townsville again? To get groceries?
Yeah, pre-Christmas. That's actually part of it. Like, we used to have a Woolworths in town, and it's gone now, and it's been replaced by an IGA, and it is really bad. You don't ever want to buy meat from them, not unless you like salmonella. But
Do you like salmonella, Fern?
I do not.
I particularly dislike salmonella since I have to spend all of my time testing for it.
Yeah. It is a very unpleasant thing, the old salmonella. But generally,
Okay, some of these texture packs are alarmingly photorealistic, but everything is still cubes. I think I'm going to stay away from some of these. That's a little bit scary.
It's really worrying when you look at some of the default player skins that those come with. Because they have these really disturbingly realistic faces on a cardboard box person.
yeah, I think I'll try and find something which retains the sort of cartoonish aesthetic at least.
Yeah.
We have. I'm not cheating anymore, by the way, Fern.
Yep. We've already done all our lot on that. Oh, there's an Enderman down there.
Probably stay away from there. Are you building another mine? I just kind of appropriated your mine.
Yeah, I'm kind of building another mine. I'm digging down into this gorge over here.
The gorge.
Yeah, or trench. Chasm.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, it's not a gorge. There's not a river at the bottom. So yeah, chasm.
I guess I can hold up to 12 people on the server. I could have made it bigger, but we don't need one that big.
Nah.
So I got a 12-personer, and I'll dump it in the live show chat for y'all if you would like to see it.
Yep, there's no whitelist or anything like that, so just jump straight in and
yeah,
build phallic things.
Yeah, look for the noob tower, and then you'll find the hidey hole, and you can join us and have fun. I'll drop it in Vigigames as well.
We're inevitably going to blow up a mountain.
Oh, that's the end goal of all this.
Yeah. It's not go
Build
out,
everything
beat
and
the
then
Ender
blow
Dragon.
everything up.
Yeah, got to blow up a mountain.
I remember the send-off to the VTW server, or at least my send-off when I left it, was just to blow up Mount Shenanigans before a big patch that reset everything.
Yeah, that mountain, it became an innie.
There was a mountain there at one point. I laced that whole thing with TNT.
it went up and crashed the server.
Yeah. I think I used to have the video on my YouTube channel. I think I deleted it.
Yeah, maybe. It'll probably be around somewhere. Incidentally, there's a zombie in the house.
You might want to fix it.
Yeah, I'm going to go fix that.
What is that? Is that clay?
Probably.
But yeah.
Clay is a lot more plentiful than it was back in those days.
Yeah, clay was...
Where it was rarer than gold.
Yeah, I do not recall seeing an abundant source of clay anywhere back in the day.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's a brand new server if y'all want to come play with us.
Yep.
If for some reason this thing people keep playing, I'll keep it going for as long as people are using it.
Yeah. Anyway, so yeah, the traditional trip here is just before Christmas. Someone will always do a run across the Townsville because that's if you want to buy all the good ingredients for making Christmas stuff, the good decorations, anything like that, you need to go across there.
How the heck do I find out what version of Minecraft I've got?
You have the Java version.
You'll have the Java
Yeah,
version.
but there's like a million different version numbers associated with that.
If you download the launcher, it should automatically get the most recent.
Yeah.
I don't know what number that is because there's probably betas out in the wild as well.
Oh, it's 1.16, I think, or 6.1.
What'll be up to 1.164. Yeah, the game was like 1.17, I think. At the latest. No, it wasn't actually. It was pre-release.
Yeah, we stopped playing before actual launch.
Can I do anything with this fish? How? I just ate Nemo.
Yeah, about to say you can eat it.
Nobody likes that guy anyway.
Seriously.
Everybody likes Dory more.
This sequel was not bad.
Did he have one? I don't know. I just know
Dory
is all the memes.
Finding Dory.
Oh.
Which is all about Dory trying to find Sigourney Weaver.
What?
I'm not joking.
I assume you mean the voice actor, but you never know these days. Or the actor that played it.
What?
No.
What?
Sigourney Weaver was, I believe, for a while.
Isn't she the one from Aliens?
Yes. From memory. Yeah, she was a spokesman for SeaWorld, so that became a kind of a plot point. Dory was trying to find her parents, and her parents were apparently at SeaWorld.
That's the theme park in Queensland, right?
And
there's the theme park in Miami as well.
Yeah, I think there's 3 over in the States.
The big one's in Miami.
Yeah.
Or
so that was
Miami.
The whole plot, is Dory trying to find her parents by following Sigourney Weaver's voice, because she could hear the announcements on the tannoy.
That's a very weird plot.
Yeah. But I think it actually fits that kind of character. Like, Dory's kind of an idiot. We'll
Just a little bit.
not make the association with the voice actor, but anyway.
Is the voice actor an idiot?
The voice actor is Ellen DeGeneres.
Oh, so she is an idiot.
Degenerate.
Yeah, Ellen DeGenerate's more like it.
Hmm.
Fern's just like, nope,
Yeah.
please don't.
Sorry,
like
I just stepped on a landmine. And...
Yeah. I'm not sure what I was expecting, honestly.
It's like, oh crap, I
Admittedly,
forgot.
tend
These
not to
two
like
are
her.
my co-hosts.
I don't like Ellen very much either. I think she's kind of horrible to everyone.
I think Ellen.
I remember that story
and-
going around that she was actually, you know, behind the scenes was an incredibly unpleasant person. Then there was a huge amount of spin to try and make that story go away, and then the election started to happen, so she didn't need to bother anymore.
It pops up every now and again, that story, that she's just generally unpleasant.
Yeah, I heard she completely lost her mind during lockdown and was just a total butthead to everybody.
Yeah, incidentally, just celebrities in general during the lockdown has been simultaneously really sad and really funny.
They can't handle the lack of attention.
Yeah.
I think it's actually poisonous to them if they don't get enough.
Some of them have completely lost their marbles.
Coronavirus!
So it's, yeah, like you had that really
Cardi B.
cringy sing-along that they did near the start of it.
Oh, imagine there's no heaven when we are telling you all your loved ones are dying. Yeah, that's going to go over real well.
That's the appropriate song for this situation.
Never mind that it's communist propaganda.
It's like, oh no, we're trapped in our ridiculously large, luxurious, multi-million-dollar mansions. However will we cope?
My favorite isn't even a celebrity that pulled that crap.
Oh?
I'm gonna weasel politics into this a hair, but not much. Nancy Pelosi and her refrigerator.
Okay, do tell. This sounds like a story.
You don't know this one?
No,
Okay.
I haven't heard it.
So Nancy Pelosi, the Speaker of the House for the United States, in an effort to be relatable, shows like how she's dealing with the lockdown with this multi-million-dollar refrigerator, or not $1 million, but tens of $1,000s of refrigerator with $10,000 ice cream inside of it.
Who would buy $10,000 ice cream?
It was some crazy thousands of numbers is how valuable the ice cream was.
That's
But I can handle lockdown because I enjoy all this very expensive ice cream.
I don't think it was that expensive. It was just luxurious price. It wasn't like ridiculous price.
Yeah, I know there's a restaurant there somewhere that sells like ice cream and caviar and nonsense with gold foil and all of that.
I doubt it.
No, it wasn't like that. This was just like, oh well, she's just showing off that it's okay for her to be locked down because she has everything she could ever want in her ridiculous freezer. It was her freezer that was ridiculously expensive.
Yeah,
Oh, that's right.
That sounds like if it was a
The
normal.
ice cream was just normal, overpriced, expensive, super deluxe ice cream, but she had like this massive freezer for it. Ridiculously expensive one.
So if that was a normal person just opening up their regular freezer and having it just full of regular ice cream, I think that would have been funny.
Yeah, like if it was me.
She on the other hand is a scumbag establishment politician who was trying to make the point that lockdowns were fine because look at all her ice cream and her ridiculously expensive chiller.
She's one of the safer U.S. politicians to make fun of because unless you live in her district, you hate her.
Yeah, nobody seems to like her.
Unless you're an actual, just pure partisan and that's your day job, you hate Nancy Pelosi.
Oh wait, bed's bouncy.
I'm still digging a hole.
So, yeah. Honestly, I've been stretching my week. So, Vol, what have you got?
No, nothing. I don't have anything to talk about. It was just another one of them typical weeks where I don't have much time to do much of anything. But yeah, I guess I played a bit of the Genshin Impact event. It's rather nondescript, but it has voice story associated with it, and I've sort of settled into the position where not only do I not roll the gacha, but I don't really even want to roll the gacha anymore
because it's not worth it.
I just feel offended by it. Like all of the dregs of temptation to throw money at it have drained away completely.
Mm-hmm.
So
You just,
it's
what could you
quite
do if you
comfortable.
did?
Yeah, you wouldn't accomplish anything if you did. So why bother? It's so I'm quite comfortable playing it, sort of not really thinking about the gacha as existing, other than once in a great while I'll check to see if I've accumulated enough prima gems to do another pull, but just not that fussed about it really. Having fun playing with just the story stuff and whatnot. It seems like it's going a bit. They're trying to reach a bit further than it originally looks with the story. Maybe this is something to do with the fact that it exists in the same universe as Honkai Impact or something. But yeah, they're hinting at some sort of broader story in the event, like
Shit.
the final thing.
Yeah.
They talk about how the sky is actually not real, type of thing.
Yeah, the stars are not real or something that the Fatui dude says.
Yeah, and I suppose it's also worth mentioning things like the world Tevat that's like the Hebrew word for ark.
Okay, that's subtle.
So the idea that this world is not necessarily as legit as it looks is sort of what they're brewing here obliquely, and that the Fatui seem to already know this, or at least the
have hints of it.
highest
Yeah.
ranks of them do. They already know, they've got some inkling as to what is going on here, but yeah, I suppose that ties into also to the unnaturally fluid sort of pantheon of deities they have, where essentially any individual can eventually become a god, like for Mormons. um, in the sense that any given person might obtain a vision and therefore able to use elemental powers, and anybody with a vision might eventually become an adeptus, and any of the adepti might eventually become an archon, and so on. But the idea that there is a contiguous line from the lowest order of beings to the highest order of beings is sort of suggests that the hierarchy is not really well defined, and therefore probably some sort of artificial construct. But yeah, so there are a few interesting little nuggets of story. Now I haven't even progressed the main story yet. This morning I advanced my I went and finally got around to doing the world rank up quest thing to go from world 3 to world 4, and that you get access to it at adventure rank 35, and by the time I finished doing it I was at adventure rank 39 because I'd fallen so far behind. So yeah, things are about to get a bit rougher for me there. I'm going to have to get Ari to help me kill things again. But I still got that grinding problem, and I don't see them ever getting rid of it.
They're going to have to reach core systems to fix that.
I think it will happen, because every time you run up against one of these things, you've just got to remind yourself, ultimately this is a very, very young game, and it has not reached the maintenance stage yet, where it's no longer undergoing logarithmic growth and is trying to sort of find where it's going to stop.
Yeah.
And whether they can stop on a stable plateau where the number of people coming in and the number of people going out are roughly equal, like at that level, they're going to have to work on how they're going to stabilize that. And so they're going to be looking, oh, well, did we hit a point where we just went into sharp decline, or are we still in the logarithmic phase, at which point we can't make any big changes because that would be really unprofitable? Or, are we able to make changes that will keep people happy as well as leveling things off rather than causing them to decline because people get sick of the system? So yeah, there's a lot of things, a lot of directions that it could go there. But the event was fun enough. It was quite simple, not too difficult to do.
It had Fischl in it too.
It had Fischl in it, and I'm quite a fan of Fischl. I found out something. Some comments someone said that when you read her story at the higher levels of friendship with her, it's implied that Oz, and this is a question I had, what exactly Oz was. Oz is actually her vision.
So the thing on her butt's just there for decoration.
Well, the thing on her butt is sort of like, that's the anchor point for her powers.
Okay.
But Oz is sort of the personification of that vision.
I see.
And she is actually not crazy. She is just a totally conventional toonie. Apparently, there's a trailer, a character trailer, which was never translated to English, for her, where she's doing her shtick, and her parents call her for dinner, and her name is actually Amy or something.
Yeah, I figured it'd be something like that. Just something simple.
But yeah, she also in the event, at the very end of the event, she does break character, because
And Paimon's like, wait, what?
yeah, because Oz has to take over. Oz has to take over.
He has to keep the RP going.
Yeah. But yeah, so it's got Official in it. Official's cute. It's got Mona in it, who was like,
She got a booty. Don't stop.
Yeah, she got a booty, and if you happen to have her as a character like me, you see it all the time. And she is also an incredibly good character for traveling.
Because of her dodge?
Yeah, because she can basically liquefy and then travel wherever she wants. Like it causes problems with small lumps in the ground, like with many such things. However, it completely ignores water as though it was solid ground.
But what does not cause problems? The small lumps over her legs.
Okay.
That was bad. I'll workshop that one.
Yeah.
It's in dire need of it, I have to say. But yeah, so that event is ending in a day or two, I think, now. So if you've got any cleaning up to do in it, best to do it now. The rewards are quite lucrative, but the sheer amount of farming that you've got to do to actually obtain them is off the charts. So
yeah, good luck with that.
Make sure you get all those EXP books. That's the important thing, in my opinion.
And the money.
The money, there is enough money in there that you're not going to just be able to get it all because you want it. But yeah, dig into as much of that Mora as you can, because it's the fastest place you're going to acquire it for quite a while. But EXP, I think, is more important than Mora because the rates of acquisition are even worse.
Yeah. If after that, I think the next most important thing to point out to people is the skill books for Resistance, Freedom, and Ballad. You want to be sure if you can.
Well, even if you say that, I would say prioritize the ones for your characters that you like, rather than prioritize the ones you think are hard to get.
Well, no, those aren't hard to get. Just literally everybody uses those.
Well, I mean, but if you don't use any of those characters, if you don't
Yeah.
like those characters, then there's no point in getting them. So you have to get the ones that you're actually going to use. That was what I would say.
Yeah, that would probably be Resistance, Freedom, and Ballad.
My main, for instance, is Ningguang, so my priority was Prosperity.
Yeah, so if you have a main that's something else, you can deviate there. But just if you're not sure what to get for the books, those three I mentioned are the ones that everybody uses, or the most characters use, I should say.
Or you could just use the wiki and find out what ones you want. That would be better. But yeah, so that's the thing. In FGO, the third Lost Belt is out, and I haven't had much time to play it. Apparently, it's one of the shortest Lost Belt stories, so I don't know how long it's going to go on for. Shortest in terms of word count, at any rate. But yeah, I've started it, and I haven't made much progress on it as of yet. And it's an odd little world, I have to say. It's a bit strange. The scenario that seems to have been set up is basically a what was the time period? I think it was something like 200 BC-ish, the first imperial dynasty of China, except that the emperor was successful in his quest for immortality, and basically continued expanding his power more or less indefinitely.
Oh, that can't possibly be good.
And so basically he commands an enormous nation, and all resources are sort of synchronized under his control to sort of advance the nation in the way that he sees fit. So they've got massive sort of schizotech where the fringes of the empire are Stone Age level of technological development, and the capital is vastly ahead of the modern world.
Seems like an interesting story, that.
Yeah. So I'm looking forward to being able to settle down and dig into that, but cleaning up the end of the Genshin Impact event sort of stymied my progress there. But I didn't really do much else. So it's one of those weeks where I sunk everything into gacha, because that's a healthy way to live your life.
Brilliant.
But I'm not planning on rolling on the current banner for Lost Belt 3. I might roll on the second banner, or at least I'll throw a few tickets at it, because the Emperor, the first Emperor, is extremely good ruler unit. Basically, a better version of Jean who can solo most things, just given enough time.
But you know what my answer is going to be to that. I'm going to give you advice. He's a Nicky boy.
It's true. Well, actually, he's in the Astolfo category canonically, I believe.
Okay.
I'll just check that on the wiki. Yeah, he doesn't have the male or female trait.
Huh. Interesting. Okay, you're permitted to roll. You will be forgiven.
I mean, he has titles like king and that, but then so does Artoria. So
yeah, that's That
the idea is that over 20 odd centuries of his existence and his constant ascension in power, over the course of that time, he's sort of left most of humanity behind.
So he chopped his junk off.
Well, I don't know. I'm not sure. I want to find out. It's entirely possible, or it may have just fallen off on its own for all we know. But it's not a very normal individual. But yeah, at any rate, I might throw some tickets at him. But like I said, he fills essentially the same niche as Jean, except he's vastly more powerful in terms of ways that you can exploit the game with him. On account of he has he doesn't grant party invincibility like Jean does, but he does taunt and grant invincibility at the same time with his Noble Phantasm. So when it comes to soloing, he's pretty much the king of soloing. And like Jean, he has a chance to stun ability. He also has a NP gauge drain ability. He also has a charge own NP ability. So basically, it's like Jean, except instead of Jean's incredibly terrible skill toolkit, he's got a skill toolkit which is ideal for a character who's planning to draw the fight out, and all he really needs is the ability to paper over any flaws in his strategy.
I see.
Because he's also got, his MP charge is also a heal and so on and so forth. And because he's got attack up buffs as well, he doesn't draw the fight out to a redonkulous level like Jean, who hits like a wet noodle in addition to everything else. So as far as like the meta goes, he's an incredibly powerful character. But I don't really value the meta that much that I would go all in for him. Though a lot of people will, because he's a linchpin of a lot of strategies for some of the nigh impossible fights that start to show up later in events, particularly the Neurofest type events. But so I don't really have much else to talk about right now. I need to get back to working out how to make Minecraft work.
All right.
Might as well just jump straight in, Ari.
All right, I have a good bit to talk about, so we'll get started with it, I guess. Did you knock one of my torches off? I had these perfectly. Okay, anyway.
So many.
Because I'm paranoid.
Never have too many. Otherwise, there'll be creepers everywhere.
So,
is there any way to actually measure light level? Like the spawns will start when the light intensity is at this level?
There's a mod that does it. Like you press whatever the hotkey ends up being, and it
so
just
the
puts
answer
a grid on
is
the ground.
why do you have so many? The correct answer is it's still not enough.
When do you have enough DACA?
So, okay.
Oh,
Okay.
it's murdery out here.
Yeah. So, my week. I'll start with the biggest piece of media that I marathoned and explain why I got there. So, I have been consumed by US politics and doing physical activity, being on the ground and doing stuff. So, that has left me in a position where I have not planned my free time very good. And so, what happened was, I got to the week and I was like, oh, wait a minute. There's a free week here. It's Thanksgiving. Like, I get a whole 3 days off. What am I gonna do? So, I decided I was going to watch Attack on Titan after me and Vol talked about it after the show last week. Because I wanted to see if it recovered, because some people had told me some good things.
Yep.
And I was really surprised. They've really cleaned that show up quite a bit. It's really good now.
Is Eren still completely insufferable?
Well, the thing is, Eren is not meant to be a shonen protagonist, I don't think. He doesn't come off as that at all. As the show goes on, he's...
Well, the thing is that the first season 100% frames him as a brooding shonen protagonist.
So as you go through, you'll figure out the biggest thing is the first season is not indicative of what the rest of the show is. And what I mean by that is the tone changes dramatically once we get to the return to the basement arc. They've run out of disposable characters first. They can't just kill whoever they want.
They can't keep murdering them, yeah.
Yeah, we've run out of people to kill. So you don't have people dying just because they need to die. And this changes the dynamic of the show quite a bit when they don't have to waste time on random Game of Thrones BS. And they can actually focus on the mystery of the world. And what you learn is everything you know about the world is a lie.
Okay.
So they actually have a really cool mystery of the world set up, but they don't communicate this at all to you in season 1. It's just not communicated, period. So the real things they start figuring out is stuff like, are we actually alone in this world? And what are the Titans exactly? Stuff that you as the viewer had, but they didn't sound like they were going to answer in season 1. And they start focusing on that over, oh no, we got to hole up in the walls like little rats and stay alive. And they actually start working towards a way to exterminate the Titans completely through totally normal human means. Not like some genetically engineered virus or crazy magic or something. They start working towards legitimate ways to do it.
That's a nice change, because usually these sorts of plots, it's, oh, let's go get the MacGuffin.
No, they are rediscovering technology and figuring out why their memories of the world are so inconsistent with what they see. And stuff like that. There is some supernatural wooja wooja mojo going on, but it's in the background right now still. And I imagine it will play a much bigger role in the final arc as the metaphysics of whatever this universe is, if they even get that far. I doubt they'll go that deep. This sounds like more of a philosophical story about what things like freedom are, which is, I think, a very interesting story topic that unfortunately doesn't get explored very much nowadays. I cannot think of a piece of media that's had the topic of what is freedom and why is it important as a major theme in a long, long time.
The closest I think we've gotten lately would be the Dresden Files, What is Free Will?
Yeah, but even that was written... There's a political discussion here about why I think it is, but I'll avoid it for now, just for the sake of Fern.
Yeah, please do.
And there's a certain type of person that will write that type of story that needs a certain background or a certain belief system, and they just don't make it as writers these days.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's just also that there's just not that many of those people that have actually sort of thought it through. Like, I hear it on the radio all the time because the media currently in New Zealand is shilling for like full 24/7 government surveillance of the entire population.
Yeah.
Because they think that will protect them from getting a cold.
Yeah,
or
but
whatever.
Something like that,
but
a philosophical question like that really needs just the exact right sort of mindset to tackle it.
Yeah, well, the thing is, what I hear is that the media are like, they'll have somebody on talk radio or whatever, and the questions are always, why don't you want them? What are you afraid of? What are you trying to hide? Is what they're always saying to the people who call in,
Ugh.
Yeah.
and nobody addresses the actual question in that scenario, which was, do you have a right not to be tracked?
Hmm.
Do you have a right to privacy or don't you? Because either you do or you don't.
Yeah, they will immediately strawman an argument with you. And that makes media probably the most effective tool we have for tackling this argument that we're being shoehorned into a conclusion with especially the mainstream media narratives as they're going around these days.
Sadly, though, Western media as a whole has completely failed.
Well, this isn't
I
Western media.
I think that the bulk of the issue is that people seem to think these days that freedom, to the extent that we are permitted it, is a privilege granted by a government.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's not right.
So these are, I'm going to give some minor spoilers about season 2, and that I'm going to give you its premise. So if you haven't seen season 1, you're going to get a bit spoiled here. So you got 30 seconds to plug your ears for. So after the disaster that happens in season 1, where everybody's dying and everything's horrible, that is not the continuation of the tone of the story. And that now we shift to, what are the repercussions of all this damage? How do the people that are left survive with it? And oh goodness, what has the government done and not been telling us? And we need to go kill the government. So now we're fighting humans for season 2, not Titans, and we're slowly unraveling more of the series as it goes on. And then after the conclusion of that arc, and the leadership is corrected in their views on things by our protagonists.
That's a word.
We move on to the go find Aaron's dad's porn stash in the basement, and his porn stash is really important, and actually is a really good reveal. And they do get to the basement, and it's a full reveal, so you're not blueballed by it.
And again, there's another choice of words.
I'm choosing them intentionally, yes.
Quite so.
And I was genuinely very impressed with it and wanted to see more. So I didn't think I would be saying this, talking about Attack on Titan of all things, one of the mainstream media darlings. But the reasons I like it have nothing to do with the reasons the mainstream media gave it a ton of attention.
Well, I would like to note that the mainstream media gave it a ton of attention in its first and second seasons, particularly, mainly the first season. But as of the third, fourth season era, it's been roundly denounced by those same media outlets as being pro-fascism.
There you go.
Well, they did shoot the government. I'm not sure how that makes them fascists, but they did do that.
Yeah. Yeah, leave that alone.
So yeah.
I know how it makes them makes them pro-fascist, but yeah.
Fern is terrified of what I'll say next, and it's hilarious.
Uh,
I love you, Fern. I promise.
You're gonna get us fired or jailed.
I'm gonna get a shot. Is what I'm gonna get us done.
Yeah, you are.
But yeah. So yeah. Oh, put my stairs on sideways.
Your stairs are broken. There you go.
But yeah. I was genuinely impressed and recommend people go check it out. It's a slow burn for season 2. It takes a while to get interesting, but I didn't feel like I wasted any of my time watching it. I genuinely enjoyed my time.
Not like Sword Art Online.
Not like Sword Art Online, no.
Yeah, there's still a lot of good anime that I need to catch up on. Unfortunately, I don't know what happened, but the Crunchyroll app doesn't work properly for me anymore. Yeah,
it never has for me, but
yeah.
I quit. I haven't resubbed since my broken sub finally stopped working.
You don't need to, because you've got infinite free Crunchyroll for life.
No, it finally ended, so I haven't subbed since then.
Ah.
Also, can you do me a favor and go get me some food?
Some food?
Yeah, swallow me a hole.
Cow murder!
So, yeah. I need to cook too, because I've got like 3 pips of health left down here.
Yeah, the Crunchyroll app doesn't work. I might actually just completely give up on that and just subscribe to the Madman app, which is...
You could just go, Ari, can you give me a link while I install uBlock Origin? You block what you tell me to, and then you won't have to worry about payments.
Or I could just use my VPN for what my VPN is used for.
Yeah, there you go.
So, if possible, I would rather pay to watch stuff because if I'm enjoying it, I would like to give back to the creator.
But the problem is these companies don't do that.
Yeah,
Crunchyroll is getting notoriously bad
well,
at that.
they do that in the strictest sense of the word. In the very, very strictest sense of the word, that technically speaking, there is some money that does technically make its way to creators. Unfortunately, they have their own ideas about how that should be carried out and exactly what should be done
High
in that
Guardian
context.
Spice.
Yeah, but
You
I mean,
notice-
I still have a Crunchyroll account. I also have an Anime Lab account. I mean, I just decided ultimately, there are things that I want to watch, and I want to watch them when I want to watch them,
Yeah.
and I don't really care. I'm not so poor that I can't just make this problem go away with money.
Anime Lab I
But,
really appreciate actually because it's got a lot of features that Crunchyroll doesn't have.
Yeah, their player works really well, and it's got like auto skip for starting and ending songs. Like you can just press the button as soon as it starts, and it will skip to the end of the
Yeah.
opening or whatever, and things like that. Like it's just
Skip
super
recaps and things
super
like that,
convenient.
which is really,
They
really
actually
nice.
put chapter marks. They actually put the chapter marks in.
Yes.
So
yeah. But yeah, you notice every now and again, High Guardian Spice does still pop up, and the people who are arguing in favor of it still don't get what people are really annoyed by.
Yeah. But that's what I expected those types. Thank you for potatoes.
Those are breads. But yeah. I need to go find potatoes, actually. Yeah, people got really annoyed because ultimately they were squandering the money that was meant to go back to the anime creators on CalArts garbage. That's one of the major things people are getting annoyed at.
You know that picture of the dude holding up his hand from Magic School Bus going, and it's a butterfly, and he goes, "Is this a blank?"
Yeah.
Whenever I see that, I think of that meme and think of him holding up a picture of a CalArts character and going, "Is this an anime?"
Is this a potato?
No, that's a bread. You just told me.
Yeah. Actually, I had a realization the other day because I was organizing Christmas presents for my niece,
Oh dear.
and it occurred to me that her generation is going to have 0 good, memorable cartoon characters.
that's kind of sad.
It is really, really sad.
They'll
I mean, people of our generation basically worshipped Optimus Prime.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
is our Lord and Savior. I mean,
I had-
voice.
So
Everyone loves the voice.
I don't know about y'all, but I had a ton of Transformers when I was.
Oh yeah, everyone did.
I've still got a ton of Transformers around in my parents' house.
Yeah. I mean, even the more niche shows like Gargoyles and stuff from when we were kids was still, at least some people watched that.
A lot of people
I
did.
found Gargoyle's story to be terrifyingly complicated.
It was. It was really complex.
I never understood it while I was watching it.
But it was cool.
But it was cool.
It was
Thundercats
really
were
cool.
too. Remember Thundercats?
Thundercats. Actually, I can be happy at Thundercats again because I think it's Warner who actually owns the rights for Thundercats is really distancing themselves from Thundercats Raw now.
Oh right, I forgot they did that. I broke it from my memory.
Raw got not only axed, it got tomahawked to the back of the head and thrown out of a flying helicopter. So, it's dead. It's very, very dead, and it ain't coming back.
Remember SWAT Cats?
I do actually remember SWAT Cats.
You always bring up SWAT Cats in this context. You seem to have an inordinate fondness for it.
Yeah, like we go through our cartoon characters, and we got Scooby-Doo, and you've got the Transformers and the Ninja Turtles and all of that. Even a lot of the Golden Age Cartoon Network characters like Billy and Mandy and Dexter and all of them, still very memorable characters.
Yeah.
I think the last actual one of those characters would be probably original Ben 10.
I don't even consider that a memorable
No, Ben 10 is after my time, long after my time.
Yeah, I can grant that, but he's still a memorable character until they rebooted him in the ground and ruined everything.
No, everything I know about Ben 10 comes from Seth.
Yeah, that's fair.
He's not memorable in the same way the other characters are either. I don't think he's not organically memorable.
Yeah,
like he's memorable because he was shilled to high heaven by the higher ups.
Yeah, he was. But he actually watched a good chunk of the early stuff, and that was pretty good. So
If you say so.
it was alright. I mean,
I don't remember.
it was Saturday morning cartoon. It's exactly what we're expecting to get. But yeah, you look at the characters who are on the TV and who are popular now, like Adventure Time. Nobody really is going to remember them in 5 years. Well, actually, no. Adventure Time maybe.
Adventure Time, I think, has enough meme magic behind it.
Has
to get
enough
away with
meme magic, yeah. But I'm trying to think of characters, and I just can't because there's none to think about.
Yeah. I just want to point out while we're having this conversation that there's going to be a generation of kids that may, in fact, remember Leonardo, Donatello, Michelangelo, and Raphael as the actual Renaissance artists instead of the Ninja Turtles.
What heresy is this?
Are you trying to say that's a good thing or a bad thing?
I don't know.
I mean, there is a certain place in history for the man who painted the Sistine Chapel to have God's great juicy ass above the Pope's head at all times.
Serves a whole
That
lot
was the
of something
entire point, because, yeah. That was deliberate.
he foresaw a certain individual.
Oh no, he just did it to annoy the Pope.
Oh, I know. I'm trying to make a Pope Francis joke, but I can't quite put it together yet.
Yeah.
My brain's too in the Minecraft. But yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Ninja Turtles are still around. I think they got a reboot again recently.
And
But it's like at the moment you got all these classic cartoon characters and Disney movies, which are rebooting old stuff and ruining them.
Yeah. And then you got the new Frozen types and the Finding Dories, I guess, but
yeah,
I don't think they have as much sticking power as people think they do.
Frozen on its own, I think, was okay,
but Shrek does.
Shrek is just memes.
Yeah,
I'm not entirely sure what is it about Shrek.
I think he just looks funny. I think it's really simple. He's just a funny looking dude.
I think it's
what was the guy who voices him? Myers?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think he did a really good job of creating a memorable character.
Now that's a man who torpedoed his career. Because he did Love Guru and then he did Cat in the Hat, and that was it.
Oh my! I didn't see either of those, so I don't know.
I
only remember him. I remember him exclusively as Austin Powers and Shrek.
Yeah, I did, and they were bad. And then you had Goldfinger, which was basically, Goldmember, I should say, which was Austin Powers 2 again, because it was all the same jokes. And yeah, he doesn't appear anywhere anymore. It's kind of sad.
Yeah.
Because he did some really crap movies.
What were we talking about originally? Oh, right, my week.
Yeah. So anyway, we shall despair for the kids growing up with no memorable cartoon characters.
Yes. And then, let's see, what else did I do this week? Media. I played some video games a little bit.
A little bit.
I played some Crash Bandicoot 4 mostly.
Ooh.
So, this game, it's a perfectly fine Crash Bandicoot game.
Hooray. But
do not complete this game. Do not even think about I am not going to complete this game.
How bad is it?
So, normal Crash Bandicoot level.
So it's already bonkers.
Well, the level design's fine by itself, but a normal Crash Bandicoot level is about 3.5, 4 minutes, 100 or so crates at most to break all the crates to get the special gem, find the collectible in the stage, and then run it again for the time trial.
Yeah.
Perfectly reasonable.
Not necessarily easy, but reasonable.
Crash Bandicoot 4, get 80% of the Wumpa Fruit, find the hidden gem in the stage, break all the crates, don't die 3 times, and then do it all backwards.
Okay.
And then do all of it at once without dying.
That's yikes.
Yeah.
Because when you start looking for crates and stray Wumpa Fruit, you end up slowing right down. So it's not really compatible with the time trial.
So the time trial is exempt from the do it all at once,
Oh,
but
that's a relief.
everything. But that's not much of a saving grace when these levels are not 3 to 5 minutes long.
Ooh.
These levels are around averaging 12 minutes halfway through the game.
Wow.
And if you make one mistake, you got to restart the whole thing. And it is also the hardest Crash Bandicoot game by a country mile.
So, I think the biggest concern is it still recognizable as a classic Crash Bandicoot game?
Oh yeah, it plays and looks just like Crash Bandicoot.
Good. They haven't ruined it then.
Yeah, you are playing Crash Bandicoot the whole way through.
Excellent.
It's just really, really hard, and I hate even thinking about what it'll take to complete that game. But so you keep all the power-ups from Crash Bandicoot 3 except for the sprint, the triple tornado spin thing you unlocked, and the sprint, the triple tornado, and the bazooka. All those are removed, but everything else is in there. So you get the slam, you get the slide, you get everything else.
All right.
And that's
hopelessly lost.
Look for the big tower.
Yeah, about that.
Knock it down.
No.
I'll go build a bigger tower. Put lanterns all over it.
So yeah, I think that was my biggest concern with Crash 4 is they would ruin it. Like so many old classics have been ruined.
Yeah. I'll go build it when there's not skeletons.
But there are skeletons. Hey, parrot.
But yeah. So it's otherwise a fairly normal Crash game with just abnormally long levels. Which is really odd.
That's fine.
But yeah, there's a whole lot of content there. The raw number, that's just the normal levels on top of that. The levels get truly insane. I heard something squeak.
Yeah, it's probably a bat.
Oh, it's in that cavern I sealed off.
Oh, that's a creeper. Oh, hey! Yeah, bats are the most useless thing in this game. They've never given them a purpose. They're just there.
What?
Yeah. Everything else
What's there?
Yeah, the bats.
Oh.
Like every other creature has
every game needs their goddamn bats.
That's very true.
Yeah, wouldn't be a video game if it wasn't.
Yeah, every other creature though has a point, like a resource or a function. Not bats.
Not bats.
Not bats. They're just there.
They're just there to knock you down into pits.
Yes.
In every game they're in, that's all bats do.
Too bad.
They do be like that all the time. Not sometimes, all the time.
Okay.
So yeah, other video games. I completed the Genshin Impact story, but we talked about that already for the event. I put the game back down, booted up PSO2, got my cousin into PSO2. That was fun.
Nice.
He started playing, sent him a guild invite. I don't know if he accepted that, but he's figuring it out. He's playing right now and getting the hang of it. He's 18. I want to just reiterate how uncomfortable it is to think of somebody that's 18 years old as significantly younger than me.
They're a baby.
I actually had a rather...
baby, they have only just learned to speak.
I had a rather worrying I feel old moment a couple of weeks ago where because I was taking a kid up to his grad and he asked what year I graduated. And I told him, he said, "Oh, I was born that year."
How does that feel?
I just wanted to crawl up in a little ball and that was it.
Just die.
Yes. Why?
Oh, found another cavern. I'm going to seal it right up and continue my stairway to hell.
That's fine. I found my way home. And you don't want to go outside.
Yeah, I don't think I do.
Yeah, there's angries out there.
This is a very small window.
You can make it bigger.
Yes, you can.
Stretch it?
Yeah, just upsize it.
Okay.
Alright, while Vol gets into Minecraft and we huddle in the safety of our homes, we should probably take a break.
Yep. Here's some music, folks. I will continue to seal up this hole in the meantime, and we will return with what news we got. And we're back.
Yes,
And we have a Volacel in the Minecraft.
we do.
Indeed, I am now punching trees because every game of Minecraft starts with punching trees.
It is the only way
Yeah.
to start.
We have something of a functional settlement here. Why do we have a chimney?
Why not?
I see. You have improved the roof while I've been in the mine.
Yes.
Oh,
I have a stick.
Mostly so stuff wouldn't spawn up there.
I see. Did we put any lanterns up there or something so that stuff won't spawn on the roof?
Nah, it won't spawn because it's angled or stair blocks. Although you'll probably get a couple of things spawn in the middle, but never mind that.
We're gonna have some crash through the ceiling, aren't we?
Maybe.
Oh dear.
So,
I need
news
to.
has been an extremely light news week this week, for one big reason, which we'll come back to in a moment. Well, actually, I'm not sure if we will.
Yeah, we should probably preface it why early.
Yeah, alright, let's do it. So Shadowlands launched, so everyone's kind of hiding in their little bunkers until the WoW wave clears.
Yeah, I've gone out of my way to avoid WoW news in general because bad for you. But and it's a pretty big butt.
It's a huge butt.
I would
Big wobbly butt.
Yeah, there should be people coming out of the woodwork to pester me about it.
Yeah, like normally when
Under
there's a
normal
WoW
circumstances,
expansion,
there would be, yes.
no,
Like,
between news outlets and our circles of friends, there's always some big buzz going on when a new WoW expansion launches. And usually at least one person trying to drag us back into the game.
But that has not been the case.
We've heard nothing. It launched, and that was it.
Yeah, it went dead silent. Now, this means one of two things has happened. Either Shadowlands is so good that everybody's wrapped up in it and they don't want to talk to us about it.
Yeah, okay, and on Planet Sensible,
They're either burnt out from Battle for Azeroth that they don't care about Shadowlands, or Shadowlands is so bad that nobody wants to try and recruit us to play.
yeah. I think if it was just out and out completely awful, then we'd be hearing a lot more about it.
Yes.
Which means this has actually probably fallen into the third and worst category, where it's just boring.
Yeah. Very likely.
So, yeah. Like, normally, whenever there's a WoW expansion, there's like, WoW expansion has sold X copies in the first day, yada, 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 so on and so on.
We've heard none of that.
And there's been none of it. So, we will see, I guess, what happens over the next couple of days, I guess. Wait for the 1 week anniversary, and, yeah.
From there, yeah, we should be hearing stuff.
There should
I am
be
genuinely
something.
surprised. My Discord messages should be like 30 notifications a day, people pestering me to come back to World of Warcraft.
Yeah.
Even people that don't like me usually pester me. I'm not kidding.
I can believe it, because they all want someone to play with.
Oh, they want a tank is what they want.
Yeah. Yeah.
I've been through this rodeo before.
So,
First having flashbacks because that's a rodeo.
Drunk Cowboys! Yeah, we've actually reached plague proportions with Drunk Cowboys to the point where the local pubs have started upping their security to not let them in. One pub was also segregating them, which is interesting.
It
So you've
seems
got-
like you approve of this action.
I kind of do. Like, they put all the Drunk Cowboys in the beer garden cage outside, and just everyone else is free to come and go inside.
They cage the cowboys.
So, I mean, like last week there was a massive fight downtown, and it's rather telling when I got out there for the morning shift and there's blood on the car door. So, yeah. Anyway, that's Drunk Cowboys.
Fern, there's not supposed to be blood on the car door.
No, there's not.
How do I fish in this game? Do I have to put bait on the fishing thing?
Right, make your fishing rod and right click.
Yeah, and how do I know when I caught a fish?
Because it'll bob. It'll duck right down in the water.
Oh, okay.
Depending on your graphic settings, you might even see a trail heading towards the bobber before it goes down. I'm going to see if I can find a village. Need a village.
So that you can sack it?
Yes. I'm going to steal all their produce. So yeah, that Shadowlands should have been the big thing this week. Like, not only just, launch numbers or drama coming out from the launch, or just a particularly amusing set of bugs, anything. But there's been nothing. Absolutely nothing.
Yep. We've heard zip.
Which is pretty telling all on its own.
That's not good for WoW, is every indication I can read from that.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah. Anyway, because it was the WoW launch, nothing actually happened. It's the way you're actually starting to see it. Like, there's a big game launch looming on the horizon. People will actually, or companies rather, will move their launch dates to avoid it.
But yeah, there's that, and usually, I think all the outlets were prepped for WoW news that never happened.
Yeah. But there seems to be big spaces on a lot of the outlets where there should be that should be filled with WoW news, but there's been nothing.
Yeah, honestly, the level of optimism was not very high.
No.
At the time that it came out.
Yeah. So having a conversation actually with someone about it the other day, and she was kind of interested in coming back for Shadowlands, but she also hadn't stopped playing during Battle for Azeroth. And at this point, it seems like the insider opinion on Battle for Azeroth is that it is worse than Warlords of Draenor. It is, and that is really bad. Draenor was awful.
I approve, Fern, that you are now referring to those that play World of Warcraft as insiders, as though they're others.
I mean,
and that means there's a certain level of separation between you and the World of Warcraft player.
I think there is at this point, because I can't relate to them anymore.
I can't either.
I used to be able to, but now no, can't. Much as I might want to, because some of them are still good people, I just can't.
Yes.
So, yeah. That was the big whimper of the week, I guess. So I'm waiting for the next... give it a couple of months and we'll actually find out whether or not we're going to get another expansion after this, I guess.
Honestly, I think they're probably just floundering.
Yeah.
Like, they've already gone through all of the actually coherent material that they had available to work with.
And they did that years ago. So, yeah, that's when we started to end up with... let's go back in time in a parallel dimension and not only crap all over the timeline, but resurrect a big bad, then kill him again.
Yep, pretty much.
Yeah, let's make Sylvanas a big bad. Yeah, okay, I could see that one happening a lot earlier. But I think they dragged it out way too long.
I'm not even sure I blame that. I think they just did it badly.
Oh yeah, they definitely did it badly.
And that's the real issue with anything World of Warcraft related, is everything is just really bad.
Yeah. I think their biggest crimes, though, are they just don't listen to their player base.
Yeah.
At all. Remember, you think you do, but you don't.
But we don't.
Yeah, they should. I certainly hope that they never live that down. But the thing is that every single time it follows the same sort of abusive type of pattern where they're like, oh, well, we'll totally listen this time. We realized our mistake, etc., etc.
Yeah. And
it's always the same.
Like, they made this big song of dance saying, oh, the artifact weapons didn't really work. Here's the Azerite thingy. And no, the Azerite thingy didn't really work. Here's the next complete nonsense thing going on.
Yeah. And this is a running problem, an actual for realsies problem.
Yeah. We've got some Benny Hill nonsense going on here. This is fun. Come here, stupid skeleton. Yeah.
I'm
just preparing to go back in the mine.
I can't remember how anything in here works at all.
I didn't either. I'm relearning it as I go.
I don't understand how this works. Like, how do I use a crafting table, for instance?
Okay. So you right click on it, and it opens the menu. And you arrange things. You arrange stuff. I think you can actually just click the recipe now. You don't have to arrange it and know the patterns by hand.
Yeah.
Wow, so, casual.
I know, right? So, digging through, did we actually find anything at all worth talking about for the news?
Not really. Ouch. I just injured myself.
Don't do that.
I think I made something, but it just sort of disappeared. Here's my inventory. It's not my inventory either. Nope.
Still on the crafting table?
Nope, not on the crafting table.
Do you still have the materials?
Nope, they're gone.
Is it equipped?
Nope, it's not.
Press E.
Nope, it's not. It just vanished. Vanished into the ether.
What did you make?
Just a pickaxe.
Oh, okay.
So that I could, like, get rocks.
Oh, here. You can have what's left of this iron one. Figure out how to throw it. Nope. That's not that one. That one? Nope. That one? Nope. That one? Nope. That's chat.
What are you trying to find? Throw?
Yeah.
Q.
There you go.
There you go.
There's not much left of it.
It's going to last a while. It's an iron one. It'll last longer than 3 stone ones with what it has left.
I see.
Yeah.
Freaking zombies.
Honestly, yeah, as far as news go, I've found nothing.
So we'll do the funny ones first. So Saudi Arabia made a power play in the video games industry. The Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia has purchased SNK.
SNK, what did they make?
They made the SNK fighters. So King of Fighters is what they're primarily known for, from what people that I follow.
Yes.
They're notorious for having the heart. Don't break down that wall.
What's behind it?
A bunch of monsters.
What's wrong, you chicken?
I don't. I am the one with armor, and I will be booking it out of here.
Yeah. Okay. So King of Fighters and the whatnot. I don't think.
They're
SNK for a while.
Their claim to fame is their boss fights and fighting games are some of the hardest things you can do in any video game.
Nice.
Like the SNK boss fight is a trope on TV tropes for a reason. So they always have a bonus boss that is stupidly difficult, just hanging around at the end of the game.
Nothing wrong with that.
And yeah, I in general enjoy them. I've got to get over and seal that tunnel. Bad thing happen if I do not seal these tunnels.
You sure made a lot of torches.
Did you not notice the conversation earlier?
I did notice the conversation earlier. I'm just wondering where you got the material to make all those torches.
Oh, we were chopping down trees before we dug the mine.
There's been a lot of trees that met the end.
Paranoia.
Well, one tree block turns into 4 wood, and 2 wood turns into 4 sticks.
I see.
So it multiplies. Seal this up so that more zombies don't come through here. So yeah, it's just really interesting because the Crown Prince of Saudi Arabia that bought it.
Yeah.
I'm not sure what interest he has. Maybe he really likes King of Fighters or something.
Well, this is sort of. I think it's one of his weird modernization projects or something.
Yeah. Need to have Saudi Arabian video games.
I mean, I wouldn't
just-
say no, necessarily.
I kind of am. Politics!
Yeah, no, stay away from the politics. But
But there's a legitimate political reason to be worried about anything Saudi Arabia thinks about doing.
Well, they're a fairly horrific regime.
Yes.
In short.
Yeah, they are not nice people. And they do very not nice things to people. And they are of an ideology that is an ideology and not a race, as much as the media tries to tell you otherwise, that does a whole lot of not nice things to people, especially Christians. So, all their games have the potential to follow this same pattern. But yeah.
What the crap is that?
What?
what is it?
There's like purple sparkles around a black dude standing in the
Enderman?
doorway. I don't know. Aristil, you come deal with him. You got a weapon?
Just don't look at him.
Might be a bit late.
Well, is his head screaming?
Well, I don't know. I'm not going to get close enough to find out.
Fern, there's an Enderman here. How do we kill Enderman?
Push him out the door into the rain.
What, without looking at him?
Without looking at... Oh. Where am I? I'm in the void. There we go. Oops, Skilly.
There's two of them now! Why are there two of them now? I'm going to retreat down into the bottom of the mine. It's safe down there.
One just clipped through the world.
Oh, no, he didn't. They teleport.
Oh,
I'm going to have to fight this with stone axe, aren't I? That's what's actually going to happen.
I'm fighting, and
Oh,
they're
yeah.
teleporting.
He can't get in here, actually.
The exit's too tall. They can't walk out. You are
Yeah.
covered in arrows.
Yes. There you go.
Yeesh.
You dropped an ender pearl.
Which
What's
you
an ender
use
pearl?
for all kinds of things later on. Later.
Isn't later on?
Yeah, they're closer to the end game. They become really useful.
Is there a freaking clock in this game anywhere?
Yes.
I can't tell if it's morning or evening.
It's raining. So the difference is irrelevant.
Yeah, but it could stop raining.
Yeah, so we're doing a show.
Yeah, but I don't know what to talk about. I mean,
There's nothing.
yeah, nothing really happened. It's as simple as that. It was one of those weeks. The industry was not interested in doing anything of any note.
Yeah.
So,
I really don't want to talk about Ubisoft's internal nonsense.
They've been having just constant issues lately.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
they've
been quite absurd. Like they've let so many people go, and ultimately, it's just because they're a bunch of French people. Like I'm not joking. Like they've got that weird sort of
Ah, damn it.
very European way of doing things where everything ends up devolving into nepotism given half a chance. Because like, for instance, Ubisoft is a games company that is like, it's also a family company.
Mm.
It's a family business. Ultimately, it's a huge, publicly listed company, but it's also a family business. And you know what it can be like with family businesses is you accrue a lot of individuals who of dubious merit.
Yes.
See opossum.
And so you've got people who are like long-term friends or family of say, Yves Guillemot, and they're just completely unsuited to be in a position where they have authority over other people. Because what they are used to is being able to do whatever they want because they know the guy that runs the show.
Yeah.
There's a lot of that sort of thing that goes on. And in French companies particularly, it's bad. And this isn't actually a knock on French people, although I could knock on French people if you want. It's because their employment laws are like ironclad.
So once someone's
You
in,
ca-
that's it. You can't get
Yeah,
rid of them.
once someone's in, getting rid of them is the only way to get rid of someone is to convince them to quit, more or less.
Nah. Oh yeah, that ain't good.
But yeah. So we found a lava vein with a water vein that's running.
That creates obsidian, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Use platform to stand on. Don't have a bucket in the water.
Yep. And you need ideally diamond picks to get your obsidian
Yeah.
up.
Yeah. So we'll
Unless
just leave
you
that.
have a couple of buckets.
I hope you're practicing sustainable forestry, Fern.
Sustainable forestry in Minecraft, from memory, is a thing that is not possible.
Oh yeah, usually the law
No.
for sustainable forestry is don't set it on fire.
No. Sustainable forestry is something that I carried out at length on our old
Yeah.
Minecraft server. I had a massive underground forest.
Yeah, as long as you plant your saplings again, you're okay. Just don't set anything on fire and you're fine.
You don't know what server we're playing on, do you?
Oh yeah, everything is going to devolve into fire sooner or later. Like there is a jungle over there, and all it needs is one spark.
Or one bucket.
Or one
But how
bucket.
else will you get charcoal?
Yeah. We'd have to replant the
yeah.
whole thing.
So yeah. There is a bit of news I wanted to talk about this week that I thought was horrifying and hilarious at the same time.
Okay.
Well, shoot.
So the VTubers are a thing.
Oh.
And they're
and they're-
taking over.
And they're popular. And the
Are they,
ethos are
though?
mad. The ethos are so mad that they're taking over.
Oh yeah, I
You thought
see.
it was mad, that's
See
what they
bits and
do.
pieces pop up about Pokimane getting salty every other day.
That she wasn't included in this little thought group. So, some of these thoughts had the bright idea. If you can't beat them, join them.
Oh, this is gonna end well.
So, headed by Project Melody. Remember the porn girl who was a VTuber before VTubers really caught on in the West.
Yes.
Decided she was going to work as the headliner for a new group.
To be
Called?
fair, Project Melody is a thought and unashamed about it.
I don't
She's
have
not, no, she's not pretending like she's not just selling sexuality.
No, she revels in it.
Yeah, I do not have a problem with Project Melody at all.
Yeah.
Like the way she brands herself and the way she behaves is totally normal. And in general, she does not cause any intentional controversies by being a knobhead.
Well, yeah, she creates intentional controversies by just saying what is on her mind, usually.
Yeah. Oh, that's the thunderstorm outside.
Yeah, that is. Hey, what's that? That's a doingly thing.
A what?
I don't know. I'm gonna go punch it. This is how science works in Minecraft. Step 1, punch it. Step 2, break the game physics. Help.
Fern, I don't know how to tell you this, but we're nowhere near you.
That's alright. Never mind, the game figured itself out.
Trying to make stairs.
Anyway, thoughts.
So thoughts we have. Hang on. There we go. Now we have some stairs. Yeah. We have Project Melody, who, yeah, as mentioned before, I don't have a problem with Project Melody at all because she's upfront about what she is, and in general, she just tries to be a normal girl. From what I've seen, that just likes to take her clothes off as an anime girl.
Yep.
I mean, if you can make money doing that, it's the oldest profession for a reason.
Yeah.
Then we have, I'll save the one that I know is a problem for last. We have Fruit, who I don't know anything about.
Never heard of her.
Don't know. All these are established talents, by the way.
Yeah, and they didn't go the HoloLive route of creating a divide between their previous internet presence and their current one.
Yeah.
Like
So
this is not even an open secret type of situation.
Yeah, this isn't like Senzawa is totally Gura. But yeah. Okay, and then we have Zentreya, who is a problem. Zentreya is notoriously a problem. She's one of the two problem ones that are immediately relevant to people as they hear this group is now a thing. She is a raging social justice warrior that hates men. Like, just, she hates men. That's her shtick, from what I've seen on Twitter. And yeah, she has apparently run into issues already, causing controversy, and the group is thinking about letting her go before they even formally launch.
It didn't take long.
No, that was quick.
Yeah, so she's already
impressive in all the wrong ways.
Yeah. So she's already managed to get herself stuck in as a hoe, and maybe off the team. Jeez. Or at least stepping down in whatever capacity she was in, and may just be a talent now because she was leadership in this thing. But yeah, she's still not the biggest problem in this group.
That's worrying then.
We have Silverveil, who I've heard the name of, but I can't recall any specific controversies she's just caused.
You got killed by a fish.
How did I get killed by a fish? Yourself.
Did you eat the pufferfish and it kill you?
No. I think it attacked me while I was boating around.
You got killed by a pufferfish.
Yeah. I'm actually kind of impressed by myself. I have no idea how I did that.
Yeah.
Now I've got to go find out where my stuff was, because I actually picked up quite a good amount of stuff.
In the middle of the ocean.
Yes. Shipwrecks.
Stem the flow of water, at least. And actually operate them.
Alright, who else we got?
So, we have Iron Mouse. I don't know her. I presume she's a thought, but that's kind of a given. Given the group we're talking about. Let's see, what else? And then we have Hime Hajime, who is literally Giguk's fiance.
That's Sydney.
Worry.
Sydney, what's her surname?
Yeah.
Her username, Sydney. Sid Snaps.
Yeah, her. It has not been confirmed. She's one of the ones that's playing possibly a split between her old profile and this one. But yeah, she's Giguk's girlfriend. So she's not even riding the coattails of the VTuber train. She is literally riding on the coattails of the internet anime funny man.
Well, she has her own following anyway.
Yeah, but I don't those quote talents unquote usually wither pretty quickly once it becomes abundantly clear that they're attached and that's not going to change.
Yeah. Very, very quick.
So I don't know what her game plan is, and she's yeah, I would seal up that hole or leave it alone. I mean, you could go face check it. I'm not going to.
No, I don't think she'll be an issue.
Yeah, I don't think she'll be a problem unless she has a history that I'm totally brain farting on. But yeah, ugh. It's not looking good for the start of the V-sluts.
I fell into the lava.
Don't do that.
Tried to swim.
Stuff is now in the lava.
Yeah, like when they're running into controversies and issues with one of their stars before they've even launched.
Yeah, I think the stuff with what's her nuts with Zentreya is already indicative of how this is going to go.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Oh, we'll see.
We've hit deep enough to get redstone and lava in the mines, by the way, and then my pick broke. I gotta go make another one.
Neener. Alright, can we pad this out anymore?
Oh, I forgot the most important one.
Oh?
Or the least important one, and the one that's definitely going to cause problems. Nyanners is in the select group.
Okay.
What is Nyanners?
So she's a incredibly vocal, raging social justice warrior that has had a thread on the forums a mile long for years.
Oh, joy.
She is just a time bomb waiting to go off that is going to cause problems.
Yeah. Oh,
So,
that's not a good sign.
no, it is not. So yeah, they're in trouble.
It's actually interesting considering Melody tends to be very anti. Well, not necessarily anti such as Justice Warrior, but very outspoken and politically incorrect herself.
She just wants to do her dang job, which is
Yeah.
to take her clothes off and thought it up.
Yeah.
And there's a certain respect you can have for that.
Hey, dolphins.
I didn't know those were in the game.
Yeah.
But yeah, Neanders will be the downfall of this group. This little V Shoujo group is what they're calling it.
Okay.
And yeah, I also want to point out their designs are all ugly as sin.
Yeah, they don't understand aesthetics. I think on a fundamental level, they just don't get it. Like, they're all ridiculously overcomplicated, over-designed avatars.
Yeah. I will send a screenshot of a conversation I was having with Volacel, a small portion of it, if I can scroll up and find it, when we were discussing this earlier in the week. And it's just, the Gigax Girlfriend's character has the weirdest thing in the world going on with her character design here. And if it's got to be here somewhere. There it is. Just copy this and then paste it.
Professionalism.
Yep, I got it. Okay, live show chat. So she has literal screws in her head.
Okay.
There's no context to this. There are just literal screws in her head.
Right.
So yeah, and they all either have giant honkers or, and you know, the occasional idol with giant honkers is a good thing for the world. If all of them have giant honkers, we have a problem. Because then we are just Team Gawain all the time, and too much Team Gawain can be a bad thing. They're all incredibly slutty designed. They either have clothes that reveal way too much, or are fetishized like the ugliest fishnets you've ever seen in your life on 3 of these girls.
Fishnets.
Or they look like urban street punk design was influencing too much of the design. And it just looks really ugly. So I'll dump the link for you guys to go look at it. It is sad in that this is how they're going to try and fight back, but it's also hilarious in that this is how they're going to try and fight back, and they have two or three train wrecks ready to just cause this whole thing to explode.
They're already well on their way to starting it by the sound of it.
Yeah, and before they even launch, they got the Dragon Girl doing it. And you know, even the lewdest of Hololive, Marine and Coco, it's a joke. It's not central to their character.
Yes, like the reason why they are fun is because the other Hololivers are scandalized by just how over the top they are.
Yeah, and they don't do it all the time. Like, Coco's dress is fairly conservative, all things considered, for her character design.
Yeah. I'm wondering if the particularly for the Thought audience side of thing, if they're really going to actually keep their existing audiences with these. Because they're not there to watch anime teddies.
Yeah, no.
They're there to simp.
Yeah, and these girls fundamentally have had a problem for a long time that I saw exemplified in the VTubers thread on the forums very well. All these ethos will scream at their viewers for not donating and how they owe them for being slutty on the camera. VTubers don't do that. They're like, oh, please shrimp responsibly. Oh, you don't have to donate that much, thank you, but please make sure you spend within your means. And they all do this, and they get showered in money.
Yeah, and it doesn't matter whether it's cynical or not, because ultimately it's still going to look good for them.
So it's a formula that works, because I guess the shrimps want the illusion of a girlfriend.
I guess.
I don't understand shrimping.
I don't.
Volacel is getting murdered by stuff.
Yeah, you should probably stop that.
Well, does it matter?
No, if you don't have any. If you don't have anything on you, it doesn't matter.
No, I don't have anything on me. It all fell in the lava.
Okay. So yeah.
So yeah.
That's just something funny that I saw, and I figured I'd stick it in there. The thoughts
Yeah.
are going to try, but yeah.
Yeah, they're
If
not
we
the
wanna-
only ones either. Like I know Pokimane tried to do the VTuber
Poke-
thing, lost half her viewership on that one stream.
Yeah, Pokimane is she's a lolcow that also has a thread a mile long for
Yeah.
all the stuff she does.
By all accounts, she seems to be a pretty horrible person, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I think that just makes her a standard ethot, doesn't it?
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I don't think she does anything particularly unusual by their standards.
Well, yeah. Conversely, I can watch Gura as legitimate entertainment.
Because she's a cute little shark girl.
Well, she's also actually entertaining. Like she's a charismatic character who knows how to stay in character. Like it's a good formula that
Yeah.
Gura's operating on.
And I have bets going with myself on whether Ame is going to be the next Hachima and going to be the Ian version of Hachima.
Lose her freaking mind.
Because I don't know how she's going to lose her mind. She doesn't have Straya to help.
Yeah, Hachima's getting surreal.
But yeah, even then, Hachima's fun. Coco's fun when she's with other people. I don't like watching solo Coco. Coco's not fun by herself. But yeah, all the Hololive girls have something worth watching because they're actual entertainers.
Mm-hmm.
But the Ethots don't.
Well, they made their internet career on selling their appearance. That's all.
Yeah. So yeah. If we need to spiral off of it, I've watched a ton of Gura.
You seem to have had infinity free time lately.
And
This
you
week
filled
is-
it with Hololive.
This week was Thanksgiving, so I really didn't have much to do. The Thanksgiving week and the lead up to it has been just nothing's been going on. Nobody buys anything, nothing happens. Everybody is just getting ready to go into a turkey coma, and then on Monday I'll be hit with an avalanche of junk to do. There's a creeper right outside, right in our farm.
Yeah.
It's gonna blow our door up.
Yes.
Man,
I'm
it was
leaving.
numb
Bye.
out here last night. It was
So,
rough. It was super rough. I got one heart left.
Oh dear.
Oh yeah, if stuff falls in the lava, by the way, it's going to just be gone. It burns up.
Yep.
So dying in lava is dangerous.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
it's
just try
not
and
the thing you should be
safely-
doing.
Safely explode the creeper.
I have one heart left. I don't even know how to get health back at all.
Go
You
punch
need a
some
food.
cows or do some fish. Yeah, you need a food. Go punch some cows or do some fishing.
Alright.
Fern's got a farm here, but I don't know how to farm. So
You right click on the yellow things. And then if you get 3 of those, you can make a bread.
I see.
Agreed.
A single bread.
A single bread.
None of this stuff appears to be ready to harvest.
Hang on.
So yeah, I think that's all we got this week. Unfortunately, that's why we did part of the reason I encouraged Fern to do the Minecraft thing was we just didn't have anything this week.
Yeah.
So you get a let's play as most of the content instead of the actual show because there's nothing going on. I have a bread.
You do have a bread.
Can someone come find me? Like I said, it was numb out here. The landscape is not faring well.
I will build a better beacon towards our place.
I'm going to start on another portal so we can all die in a fire.
Oh boy, that'll be.
So, in the meantime, though, we should get out of here.
We probably should.
Yeah, this is not going well for me. I'm very bad at Minecraft.
All right, folks. Closing comments before I send this off.
Well, hopefully, well, actually, next week I believe we'll have the Video Game Awards if my timing is right.
If it's not next week, it's probably the next week.
What is it? Game Awards, they call it now. Let's see. When is that? That is not next week, it's the week after.
It's the Dorito Pope Awards ceremony.
The Dorito Pope Nepotism Awards, yes.
So,
There is a Steam sale going on, by the way, and it also has their Game Awards thing on it.
Yeah, the video game industry really is trying to make Game Awards a thing.
They're really not, though, and I really hate it when you get a developer who will try and sell their games just using all these random quotes from cough cough game journalists.
Yeah.
Because they're about as convincing as you can expect.
I need a stone chest to continue building a landmark.
And I'm going to set fire to it. So, yay.
Yay. So yeah. Alright, folks. I think we're done. We might keep the Minecraft server up if people keep playing. We'll see. You're free to come join us. Yeah. You're free to come join us if you want. It's gonna be up for 3 months no matter what, so that's how long you got to let me know if you want to keep it or not, and if you want to keep playing.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah. I think we're done. We'll see you next week. Sayonara. Bye bye.